A great try for Eric Rush. Well, the try is really just made there by the angle that Eric Rush came at the ball. He came at a different angle, coming in between two players with a short pass, then went out again and had the pace to get there. But it was all in the timing and the angle that he came into the back line.
There's Rush. Tries to crash through very, very close, Rob Rush.
Not bad, Coach.
Welcome back to Couple Deep. It's been a minute, but we're back, and once again, I'm surrounded by greatness. My first man, the tail of the tape for him. He's played his NPC footy for Auckland, North Harbour, played his Super Rugby for the Chiefs, international rugby for the All Blacks, a certified veteran of the Sevens circuit, playing for the All Blacks Sevens up to when he was 39, two-time Commonwealth gold medal winner. Geez, I might as well say what you haven't done, Rushy. It's a big bloody list. NZ Touch representative, under-17 volleyball, believe it or not, for New Zealand. Also light heavyweight boxing title mixed in there. And New Zealand Māori also representative. Now we get to the off the field. The man has a law degree and was admitted to the bar to be a barrister. He's owned a few New Worlds, currently owns the New World in Whangarei, where he's about 5-0 in street fighting in the car park from tow rags that keep stealing his meat. We'll get to that later. And he's a very, very highly sought after public speaker and motivational speaker. So, and the man, Eric Rush here, really appreciate having you here, brother.
Sweet Hawkey, no worries, bro.
You could be anywhere, public speaker, making the big dollar, but you're on old Hawkey's veranda. Beauty. The next man, who's very, very close to my first guest there. In fact, he actually come out of his nuts. The goat, the tail of the tape for the goat. He's played his NPC footy for none other than the Tunnies, and this season played every single minute, if I'm correct. Animal. And he also plays the Super Rugby for the Blues, where he currently still is to this day. And that's Eric's son, Rob Rush. Welcome, lads.
He's okay.
Surrounded by greatness. Anyway, well, when I was researching all this, and I was researching especially you, Eric, I knew nothing about your law degree, bro. How did you find time to get into do a law degree?
I was up home and I was actually quite doing all right at school, and the old man just wouldn't let me finish because both of my older brothers, my oldest brother, he got his girlfriend pregnant when they were 15, so he had to go to work. So he went to Moirua, to Freezing Works, and every Friday he'd come home with all this cash, and I was like, man, that's just all I want to do, just get the cash. Then my other brother got kicked out of school at 13 because school just wasn't him. And they were bringing home money, you know, so that's what I wanted to do. But the old man wouldn't let me because I could read and write pretty good. So you're going to carry on. So I moved down to Auckland for 7th form. We only had a small school at Whangaroa College. So I went down there. My cousin had a good volleyball team too, so I went down there and played volleyball. And just caught the 486, the Otara bus into Auckland. Went to uni enrollment day. I didn't even know what I was going to do. They had the book called the calendar, and they had all the different courses that you could do at uni in it. And I said, "Oh, that's no good. I'm no good at maths, no good at that, no good at that. English, I can spell good, I can read good. Law degree, sweet, that's me."
Was there a type of law avenue you want to go down, like criminal or anything?
No, you just had to do a bit of everything. Yeah. You know, the first year you actually don't do any law at all.
Yeah.
You've got to get a B+ average to get into law school. So you don't do any law. You had to do 2 English or 2 philosophy papers. That was the only requirement. So I did the 2 English papers and I got a B average. But back in those days, you used to have this box at the bottom of the application for law school called Polynesian Preference. Take that, bugger,
Beauty. Nicely done. Oh, I mean, what did you end up doing? some time actual practicing as a lawyer, or?
Yeah, I worked for about 5 or 6 years.
Yeah.
Yeah. I worked. My first job was for B.G. Williams, actually, Brian Williams,
Sure.
the legend. His firm was Williams McDonald down in Queen Street. Then they sold up, and then I worked at Otahu for Coppola Fitzpatrick, and then Devonport's over the shore. And then rugby went professional.
Yeah, and then that's
couldn't
when you
get out the
stopped.
door quick enough, mate.
Yeah, fair play. Start living the dream. Did you get admitted to the bar to be a barrister? What's that mean? That means you're
So
pretty sharp there, don't you?
You have to pass the bar exam to get. Every lawyer is admitted to the bar, and then you specialise. You go into court work, or you can do the conveyancing commercial side of things. So I did mainly the conveyancing stuff because I was playing football.
Yeah.
And with a property file, you could just tell the next person where you're up to.
Yeah.
You just hand it over. The court stuff, you actually have to be there
That's a
pretty much every day. So the conveyancing stuff was a lot easier.
Yeah. Well, currently you I know you're down the supermarket there, and you've got some good yarns from down there. I remember you coming in, even Rob as well. One time before a Tunnies game, and Jimmy was just filling him in. You were meant to do a primer, and you missed primer, which is very unlike you.
Yeah.
But I heard you're going into combat down at New World versus Shoplifter. Tell us about that.
Oh, well, it was pretty much my primer. I was only going in to get me like a caffeine shot and like a water.
Yeah.
And as I was walking in, my manager was running out, and I was like, "Oh fuck, do you need a hand?" And he's like, "Yeah, I need a hand." And then this Māori lady wouldn't stop for him. Like, she had like I think $30 or $40 worth of goods in her like jacket.
Yeah.
And then my manager's like, you need to stop and give me all that stuff, and she wouldn't. And he ended up touching her, like to push her back, and her boyfriend come out, and he just goes, "Don't you dare touch my fucking wife." And I was like, "Oh fuck, this is where I'm needed." And I was like, "Nah bro, she's got stuff in her thing, she's got stuff in her on her, like just give it back and you can go." And he just said, nah, fuck you bro, we don't have shit on us." And then one thing led to another. I bear hugged him, and then I let him go so I could see what was in his bag.
Yeah.
And then he had nothing, and I was like, I definitely know she's got stuff in her because my mate's trying to get it out of her. And he's like, "No, fuck you." And then he pushed me in the face. I was just like, "Oh fuck, here we go, 1-2."
Well, you catch him all 1-2.
Yeah, I got him with 1-2, and fucking after that he bear hugged me. And I just started trying to punch him, and then it all simmered down, and then he like dropped his phone on the ground.
Yeah.
And then as he jumped in his car, he was shooting off, and I seen the phone, and my manager grabbed it, and we're walking back inside, and then you can hear him do a U-E in his car and like nearly hit all the customers. And
Sure.
then he jumped out, and it looked like he was hiding something behind his back, and I thought, fuck, I'm gonna get stabbed before the fucking Tunnies game.
Man's got a shank.
I'm gonna get shanked before our Tunnies game kicks off. I'm like, fuck.
Well, I know if you did, you'd probably just get it taped up and
Oh,
carry
shit,
on
yeah.
anyway.
There's
you
no
don't
way
miss
I
a
was
Tunnies
missing.
game, bro.
Can't miss the Tunnies game.
Oh,
No, but I actually played good that game too. Fuck. I told Dad, fuck, I should have more scraps before the game more often.
when you think about it, for a primer, that would be ideal. Hey?
Oh, yeah.
Like, maybe the heart rate would have went through the roof, and
Yeah.
no doubt, you caught him for 1-2, you would have been feeling pretty confident. Nicely done.
Yeah.
I know, Eric, you've had to catch a few shoplifters in your day, eh?
Yeah,
Toe rags and stuff.
it's pretty bad at the moment, to be honest. But my attitude is you get what you give, you know, because you catch them, and if they're apologetic and, you know, sweet as, mate, just don't do it again, don't come back, give the stuff back, see you later,
Yeah.
you know, because the cops can't come, they're just too busy, you know. But the ones that fire up and want to have a go, sweet, we can do that too, mate, you know, it's up to you. I mean, it's funny, man, it's the ones that you end up tapping, they're the ones who don't come back. You know?
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it works, you know, because some of the guys just, when the police deal with them, they're just back the next day.
Yeah, hard.
You know, it's like, man, it's real tough at the moment. But I try to tell my staff, don't you guys do anything like that.
Yeah, you'll be the judge, jury, and executioner.
Yeah. If I get banged in the head, well, that's my fault. I don't want my staff in getting in trouble, but it's
Or
That
your
record,
sons, you don't give a shit about though. Fuck. They're in the deep with you.
Well, what about that? I heard one stage you both went into combat together around the New World Car Park. Tell me about that one. Father and son.
That was my fault actually, because these two guys were acting up. They had stuff, and I got the stuff back, and they were going, "I'm going to smash you. Come outside." And I went outside because I didn't want them in the shop because they were just swearing up a storm. So I went outside, and they're quite big guys. And they're going like this at me, and I'm thinking, oh, how am I going to do this? If I whack him first, I've got to drop him. I've got to drop him because the other guy will get me, you know?
Yeah.
I can't have two of them on me, you know? And then I was kind of deciding what to do, and then next minute all I hear is, "You're right, Dad."
Oh,
I looked at the rubber, sweet ass.
that brings a tear to the eye. That
Bro.
does.
But before I knew it too, he just goes, "Oh, fuck this cunt." Turns around, whack, goes, "Oh, fuck." Straight into it, fuck.
He was talking, he kept talking. I said, "Mate, I'm sick of talking. You going to fight or what?"
Yeah.
Yeah. Bang.
Yeah, and he wasn't about it in the end. Eh?
No, they ran the whole time, mate. They just ran away. So.
That's what dreams are made of, bro. I hope one day me and my son Jai Hawkins go to combat together. Eh? God, that'd be beautiful. I actually remember one time and back down in Picton where I'm from, my old man got a call saying someone was robbing our batch out the Sounds. He grabbed me, gave me the call up, jump on the boat, and I was like, oh, I was pumped, bro. I was ready to go. I was like, oh, that's us. And then got to the batch and he was already gone. I was gutted. But yeah, hopefully me and my son can do it one day.
Those two, actually, they're in a, I forget which gang it was, one of the gangs.
Stormtroopers.
Stormtroopers, that's right. And my brother-in-law works with their boss, and he knew them. My brother-in-law knew them, so he rang up his mate, and they got another hiding that night.
So did mine, actually.
The guy rings me up, "Oh, you want to see the video?" I said, "Oh, no, she's right, bro."
Oh, that's gold. Oh, take us back, Rushies, both of the Rushies, to where it all started. Especially for you, Eric, you're from up these ways, right?
Yeah, from Kaiō, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Little valley called Matangiro, just outside of Kaiō, and grew up there till 7th form. That's when I went down to Auckland, but played up there and played for Kaiō, and you know, through the grades you you didn't really realise what the parents were doing. You know, we used to play under 13s and we play against Opo, you know.
Yeah.
So you drive from one coast of New Zealand to the other coast to a game, and it was all metal roads except for Kaikwe. Kaikwe was the only tar seal bit, and you know, the old Holden station wagons, and man, you just don't realise what was done for you back then, eh? You but now you do. So it was a real passion for the parents as well, I guess.
Yeah.
But I always loved it. Always loved it.
What come first? Was it 7s or was it 15s?
15s. 15s was what 7s wasn't a thing when I was younger.
Oh, really? True.
No, it was 7s was more of a pre-season training.
Yeah, right.
And I got into it by fluke, really. I was training up at East Tamaki because I went down because I stayed with my auntie and uncle in Otara, and I played for East Tamaki, the local club there. And I was there just doing some training, and then the Auckland Sevens team turned up.
Oh, sure.
Because Peter Fats was in the team, and Peter Fats and Sean Fitzpatrick, so that's how serious it was. You know, they were 15s players, man, front rows, you know, but they were in the Auckland Sevens team. And they turned up at ET to do some training, and one of them got hurt. So BG Williams was the coach, and he said, "Oh, young fella, you want to jump in?" So I jumped in, had trained with them, and I was, you know, burnt a few of them off. And mate, we got training again at Carlton next week. Come along. So I went along, and that's how I got into sevens.
That's how it all started, eh?
Yeah.
That's hectic, bro.
Yeah.
And then what? So you end up playing for your 15s for was it Auckland first, then North Harbour?
Yeah, Auckland. I didn't play. I played for North Auckland under 16s. I played the tournament for them, but I never made any North Auckland teams.
Yeah.
And I don't count that one because I was at the boxing nationals down in Rotorua, and the under 16 tournament was there.
Yeah.
And one of the boys got hurt, and they called me in because I was already down there.
Oh,
And because I could never get in the team because there was this guy in my position, man. He always used to beat me in the teams, and I always thought he was useless, you know.
Yeah.
I still think he's useless, but his name was Zinzan Brook, you know. So I could never beat Zinny in the teams.
Zinny.
Yeah.
You ended up dropping an elbow on him. There's a wee YouTube clip about that, eh?
Oh yeah, that was. Yeah, that's how it was in the old days, mate. Yeah.
just
Robin
had a
got
guts
me
for
early,
you.
I got him later.
That was retaliation, eh?
Yeah.
You're a retaliation man, eh? You're not you don't throw the first one usually, eh?
Not usually, but when I got older, and that's why old fellas shouldn't play rugby, mate. You just get shittier, you can't keep up, and you start whacking fellas. So that's why I finished playing in the end.
Yeah,
you know, it was just getting too shitty. But yeah, that was the battle of the bridge. But we were all good mates, you know.
Yeah.
I think there was 7 of us went to the judiciary after that game.
Anyone get off, or you were just
No, Robin Brook went in first.
Yeah.
Because he got sent off in that game as well for smacking someone. Anyway, he got 2 weeks, and then I went in. And my defence was I didn't know what I was doing because I got knocked out. And Robin, I was watching the penalty, and he come running past and just smacked me with his elbow right on the. And I was out, mate. Frank was like, man, you were standing at first 5, you were standing here. And because I can't remember anything. And that was my defence, yeah. And I said, oh, mate, I didn't know what I was doing. I remember running into Zinni only because I've seen the video, because I've never ever watched the rest of the game.
Yeah.
I just, ones you lose, the big ones you don't watch again, you know?
Yeah.
And so I've never ever watched it, and I can't remember what happened, but I said to the judiciary guys, that's my defence.
And it worked.
And they rewound the video, and it showed Robin hitting me. They called him back in and gave him another 2 weeks. I was just like, you take that, you
you always land on your feet, Rushy. That law degree coming in handy, eh? Got him on a technicality. You got him another 2 weeks.
You got 4 weeks, mate. I got 2.
It's gold. What about for you, Goat? Where was your footy starting? Give us the story where you all started out.
Mine started.
I'll tell the first part. He didn't want to play rugby, mate.
That's right.
So I made him play when he was a kid, and he didn't want to. He didn't like it. He would be over in the park. There's a park where he played at East Tamaki. Him and Brady, we played at East Tamaki, and I was coaching all the boys there. And he'd always find his way over to the park, but he was only 5 and 6. It's all good. But then he was about 8. I think it was about 8 years old, and he told his mother he didn't want to play rugby. And she came and saw me, and she said, don't make him play. I said, okay, he doesn't have to play, but he's got to have to tell me himself. And I thought, he won't say nothing. And he comes walking in the kitchen, the little shit. I'm not playing rugby this year. I said, really? He goes, no, I'm not playing. I said, okay then, you don't have to play rugby. Went down and sat in front of the TV. No, mate. No rugby, no TV, bro. What about computer games? Hell no. Took him 2 days, mate. 2 days. Can I play rugby this year, Dad? Sweet ass, bro. Sweet ass.
And so
my wife's like, you bloody asshole. I said, more than one way to skin a cat, lady.
There's that home video, where we're like, what was it? Probably under 8s. And then everyone's running along, and then it pans to me in the corner of the field in a sand pit playing with a stick while the game's like going on over there.
How times have changed,
they've changed.
You're in the thick of it now, bro.
Yeah.
So what was your first club? And talk me through that when you all started up.
East Tamaki was my first club, and then that only sucked because all the Islander boys were way bigger than me. And I don't really have my growth spurt till I was 16, 17.
But bro, that kind of stuff prepares you for the future. I was playing with a higher grade, and I was tiny, and I never caught up in size, but you caught up in size, and then you're away, eh?
Yeah.
Because Brady's only a year older, and we only had one car.
Yeah.
Hard luck, bro. You're going to have to come on the one
play
car.
up a grade.
And playing a grade up in Auckland is quite
hard.
It's quite a challenge.
I just remember being scared every game. Until I think it was Roland Mills that was turning tide for me.
Yeah.
And I remember what Dad said, because I think I was 65, so I think this is when I was going for my growth spurt. And then I said to Dad, I want to go play Roland Mills with all my boys. And this was when I was a soy boy. So. But I remember you said, you can't lose, because it was weight division as well, so it was 55 kilos.
Yeah,
you have to lose 9 kg.
You had to lose 9 kgs, and I think you said, no, you'll never do it. And I was, fuck, I don't know. Something said to me, oh, fuck that cunt. Sure enough, almost every single day I was out
You know you're not
running
allowed
the
to swear
roads.
on this podcast.
No,
eh?
you can. You
It's
can,
actually
man.
encouraged.
It's encouraged. See, it's encouraged. Remember, I chucked on
We
my
keep it
track
real.
pants, my hoodie, and then I chuck on my jacket, and then I chuck on my bag, and
Yeah,
then
I didn't think you could do it,
I'll
man.
run to trainings, and then
Prove the old
train.
man wrong, eh?
Yeah, prove the old
Boxing.
man wrong. Go to boxing.
Yeah.
But they were long runs too, like from Dairy Flat to Silverdale, and then all the parents would stop over. Do you want to ride? No, I'm sweet, and just keep running.
Yeah.
And then, sure enough, at Rolling Mills training, Dad would take our fitness trainings, and he's always done the 20 minute. Oh, you do the proper way is half an hour,
Yeah.
but because we're Rolling Mills, he'll do 20 minutes.
Yeah.
And it's just 20 minutes in continuous running, and I would make sure I was up the front of every single 20 minutes after running the training. I reckon that's where it kicked off for me.
Oh, bro, with all, especially you two, but all the rushes, like your work rate is obviously on another level. Like, you know, there's not many that can do it like that. Where did you get that from?
The fitness, I was lucky because we had a boxing club in Kaya, and I only started the boxing club because they were going to Aussie,
Yeah.
and I'd never been overseas, and they said, oh, the boys said, oh shit, we're going to Aussie. Oh man, I'm joining up, and we fundraised for 2 years. We cut scrub every Sunday for about a year. Every Sunday, row across Whangaroa Harbour, cut scrub all day, row home. But it's, you know, and then you know, the boxing got me fit, and then rugby got easier when I was fit.
Yeah, as it
You know,
does. Eh?
so I just kept training, and with boxing, the harder you train, the easier it is on the day.
Yeah.
You know, so the more you put in, the less it's gonna hurt. And I didn't like. No one likes getting punched. No one likes being in pain. You know, so I trained hard, so I didn't. You know, the fight nights training, I loved it. Beautiful. The fight nights, I hated it, mate.
Yeah.
Hated it because the nerves and all that sort of stuff. But the more yards you done, the easier it was on the night. So
Hard
that's
out.
where my work ethic came from fear.
Yeah. Well, what about you, Go? I know your work great, bro. I've seen it in the gym, and you just don't stop to the point where the trainers have got to kind of almost pull you out of there.
Yeah.
What do you reckon? You there from your old man, or?
Yeah, he started us off, and it probably got even worse because me and Brady would be quite competitive with each other, and I would always try to beat Brady, but Brady was always better than me, like by far, and then just slowly over time I just started catching up, and
Well, you got him now, you reckon?
probably not in fitness again, but I'll take him on. He knows too. I'll take him on easy.
He was beating Brady, and then Brady went down to sevens,
Yeah.
and then come back and hose Rob up.
Yeah. And then
You
I
didn't
get in
like
the
it
gym.
either, did you?
Nah, shit, no. I've gone in the gym though. Fuck, I've carved him up then.
Oh,
Yeah.
bro. Oh, man.
We should tell him about what you made us do on fucking Christmas. Remember that
Tell
one
me.
summer that we did?
Oh yeah, because they made Northland in the 16s or something.
it was Blues in the 18s.
We were in Kitty, and then I sat down with them and they said, right, you guys if you're serious about rugby, you first tell me, because if you are, then you're gonna have to change things, because they eat junk food and just train when they had to. And they said, yeah, no, we're serious. And I said, you sure? And I said, for 6 weeks, man, you're mine. You got to do everything I say. I don't want any arguments, just 6 weeks. And after that, you can say whether you want to carry on or not. And they said, yep, we're keen.
So it's Rob and Brady.
Brady. And so we trained. I used to make them run to Kitty Domain, train. I used to do this 3 minutes hard, 2 minutes easy. 3 minutes hard, 2 minutes easy around all those fields. Yeah. And I used to blow a whistle when it was time to jog and blow a whistle when it's time to run hard. And then one day it was really foggy and I couldn't see them, so I sat in the car and just beat the horn.
You better tell that part right. Not just once, there was a few times too. Bro, but me and Brady caught on as well, like, because a couple of times we'll be running, this is the hard part, we'll be running, and I'm like, fuck, this has gone for ages. This feels like long as, eh? He's like, yeah, gee, this feels long as. And then our rest felt short too. And then one day, me and Brady, let's take a watch, G, and then we'll time it. We timed it, and he was going over by a minute every time, and then our rest was getting shorter. I was like, "Oh, you bastard!"
Yeah, mix it up. You know?
Yeah, bro.
Yeah. But I made them train, and that they had to do gyms as well.
Yeah.
And sent
For
us to
6
work.
weeks, Christmas Day, get up. What training? Hey,
Yeah.
Christmas Day, mate. How many other fellas you reckon are training today? None. Exactly.
That's the one, eh?
So they train every
Edge.
Christmas Day now. You for still do it, eh?
Yes.
True, still
Yeah.
to this day, eh?
Yeah.
He managed to do the first time we did it. He managed to do 4 Broncos.
Four normal Broncos.
4 normal Broncos. So that's 20 reps. And me and Ray are just sitting there like, fuck.
Yeah, man, that's another level. But,
Yeah. But then their rugby just went,
that's it.
because there were a lot of good boys in that team we were in. A lot of good boys, but these fellas just went to another level. And if those guys had done their training, they had just as much ability,
Yeah.
just as much. It's the ones that work hard, you know, with that carry on.
I always felt with fitness like obviously you got to work hard to get fit, but then there's only certain guys that really can go into that dark space, you know, when it's really starting to hurt. Because even when I'm doing like a yo or a bronco or whatever, like it starts hurting pretty early, but like you kind of just go into that dark place, and some guys can. I think some guys can't. Like just from observing around when I'm doing it, like some dudes just start slightly puffing and they're kind of out. But I know you two fellas can go to a pretty dark place, and it's a beautiful gift to have. I don't think people realise how hard it is, to go into that dark shit and just realise that pain's just temporary. You know, it's it can get pretty nasty.
This fella taught me how to run it proper, yo. I remember you telling me one time.
Is
You
there
were
a
like,
technique to it?
oh, no, it's not really a technique, but it's just, you just keep going until they tell you to stop. So that's every time I go into yo, I'll just say to myself, they pull you out, you don't go out.
Yeah, that's
I'll
the
just
one,
make the trainer force me to stop. So it's either I'm not making it properly or,
Yeah.
it's the best way to run it, yo.
Those tests are like what do you guys call it now? The
Bronco?
Bronco, yeah. Because I'd quite like that, because that suited me, because I was a long runner, you know. Because we used to beep test, it was ours in the 3K time trial.
They don't so much do the beep
They
test
don't do the
anymore,
beep
eh?
test anymore, man. It's because it is hard on the legs. But when we were in the sevens, every assembly we had to do a beep test.
Yeah.
And when Jonah was with us, we had to do 2 beep tests, because they'd always pull out at level 10 on the first one. So we'd do a beep. So Titch's trainings, well, assembly camps, you get there, speed test, the phosphate decrement test, which is a blowout.
Yeah.
Then the beep test, then train for an hour and a half, and then if Jonah was there, another beep test afterwards.
Alright.
But the second one was you only had to do every second level,
Yeah.
and then Jonah would stay until level 16. Then, you know, he just needed that break,
Yeah.
because he's a big fella, you know, 120 kg. Beep test wasn't suited, you know.
Nah,
he didn't
it's not
suit
for
it, mate.
everyone, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like I think that the Bronco area is a bit of at least there's an ending.
Yeah.
So it's kind of a little bit easier, but with like the beep test and the yo-yo, it's on you, eh, when you pull out, you know, and you start seeing what dudes are really like.
Yeah,
Real
that's
quick.
it. And that's all it was. Titch's trainings, everyone says he was hard, but halfway through his trainings, it wasn't about fitness anymore. It was mental stuff, you know.
Yeah.
And he'd see who would pull out and stuff. I remember a fella called Hayden Reed. He played for Bay of Plenty, Otago, I think, as well. He was when he was uni down there. But he came to his first sevens camp and he wouldn't pull out. And anyway, we got to dinner and he was missing. And, oh shit, where's Rito? And we found out he knew he was going to collapse. He drove himself to hospital. And we went and seen him. They had him on a drip in hospital. He's dehydrated, mate. What happened to him? He was on a drip, mate. Drove himself to hospital. That was his nickname for a long time. Was drip. Yeah.
Were you probably one of the fittest in the
Yeah,
NZ
I was one of
seven?
the fittest guys. Yeah.
Who else was up there in your time?
Caleb Ralph. Caleb Ralph was-
Ralphie, the humble Ralph.
bro.
Yeah.
He's an 800 metre runner at school.
Yeah.
Tanano Letama. He's fit, man.
Sure. Yeah.
He probably retired me. Because they always used to put the young boy with me.
Yeah.
And like you said, I was 39 when I was finished. And Let's come in one day and I asked him if I could borrow his shaving cream. So, bro, I don't use that stuff yet. Oh shit. Then he asked me, what was it? What year did you start playing sevens? My first year in Hong Kong was 88. He goes, damn, I was 2.
It's a trip,
I
man.
said, mate, that's me. Time to retire.
Yeah.
But he was real fit. He was real fit. There's a lot of guys here, man. There's this guy called Rooster. He used to come from Thames Valley.
Rooster.
When you're Ranger,
Yeah.
definitely wasn't
This
us.
guy had red hair. They called him the Red Rooster.
Yeah.
And he used to do I'm sure it was the 1K, man. He used to do it 250 or something like that. It was some crazy bloody... Because we had to do three 1K time trials.
Yeah.
And there were 3 groups, and your rest was while the other 2 were running. And you had to get 3 minutes. Most of the guys would be 3:05, 3:10, but the fit guys would get under 3.
Under it, yeah.
But when you say you go to that hurt locker, when you were running those, you could taste the blood in your mouth.
Yeah.
Because the blood's pumping that fast, the hemoglobins. Because I asked the physio, what always tastes blood? It's just the hemoglobin, she reckons.
You taste blood, yeah?
Yeah.
I don't know if I've ever tasted that, eh? Can't be going hard enough.
Maybe it's
You don't know
just when you're
everywhere.
unfit. I don't know.
I've tasted a couple times. I've tasted a
Yeah, it's when
couple
you're going
times.
to punch in the mouth. Not from fitness, though.
Yeah.
Far out. Dude, what did you prefer, bro? 7s or 15s?
I preferred 15s because it was the game,
Yeah.
you know, but I enjoyed 7s more because we just went to some weird and wonderful places.
Yeah.
And I was an okay 15s player. You know, I played probably 100 games at number 7. And then when the new All Black selectors came in, Thorburn and Earl Curtin and Laurie Mains, they thought I was too small to be a 7.
Yeah.
Because I was ripping up at Hong Kong 7s, and they said, bro, you want to have a go on the wing?
Yeah.
And I said, sweet as, bro. Because I'd never been invited to the All Black trials before.
Yeah.
So my first game on the wing was in the trials.
Really?
Yeah.
The All Black trials,
All
your
Black
first game on the wing.
First game on the wing, mate.
It's
Got 2
unheard of,
tries.
man.
I
Yeah.
don't know how. I just turned up where wingers weren't meant to turn up, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
And then I actually pulled my hammy towards the end of that game. And then I said to Doc, because they're having another trial 3 days later. And I said to Doc, just give me some Voltarens and I'll go home and she's all good. And then he come and said me and said, mate, you better get that hammy right. You're playing in the next one too, which means you're right on the cusp, you know.
Yeah.
I thought, oh fuck, get me right, Doc, please get me right, you know. And he got me right, and I got another try in that trial. And then I never made the team, but then the team went to Aussie, and I called in as a replacement.
And that's when you made your All Black debut.
That's when I made my All Black debut. Yeah.
Far out.
Yeah, I got over to Canberra. We played ACT, and I actually played for the team before I trained with them because I'd missed training. The fight got there too late, and they had a couple of injuries.
Yeah.
Because they weren't 50-man squads like they are now, or whatever it is. It was just the bare minimum. So I actually got there the night before the game. Frank and Walter took me through the moves. I didn't know where they were, so I'd just go. When you get to the team route, to the team hotel, just go to the physio room, mate. All the brown fellas were in there. Because you could book up food on the physio's room.
That's called brown privilege, eh?
Yeah, bro.
What are going on nowadays?
You want to find the Brown brothers in the old days, mate? Go to the physio room, watching all the movies for nothing, booking up food on the physio.
Beauty.
Calling home. Yeah.
Wow. So, tell me about your All Blacks career. What's the highlight? Would you say?
The highlight was getting in the team,
Yeah.
for sure, you know. But I got a try on debut against ACT, and then, you know, I was because there were 2 All Black teams in our day.
Kind of the midweek one.
Yeah.
And then the
Yeah, and you didn't get in the test team unless someone played really, really badly, or got hurt.
yeah.
Because there wasn't the reserve rules like they are now, and no one came off there, no one gave you a chance. So, you know, and the bad thing about playing the midweek team is after the game, you put your jersey back in the bag. Play on Saturday, you get the test jersey, take it home.
True.
And you always tell it, on our days it was on the sleeve, it had the name of the game sewed in black on the sleeve.
Oh,
now
yeah?
they got it sewed on the hem of the jersey, and it's got your name
True.
and the number of the test that you're playing in.
Yeah.
So you can tell an authentic one. You can always tell an authentic Test
Yeah.
jersey. Yeah. But I probably I played 30 games for the All Blacks, but only 9 Tests, and I didn't think I was going to get.
So those midweek games, do they count as caps?
No,
No,
they're
it
just
didn't.
games.
Oh, true.
Yeah. But then you sat on the bench for another 10.
Yeah.
I think I'm probably on the bench for another 15, 20. So all of a sudden you get 50 games for the All Blacks. If they had the sub rule like they have nowadays,
Yeah.
But the midweek team was hard, man, because on the Saturday they had the neutral refs.
Yeah.
In the midweek games you got the local refs. In South Africa and France, hard work, man.
Yeah,
Real
I bet.
hard work, bro. And we had some real close games only because of the reffing,
Yeah.
So, but enjoyable, man. Really enjoyable, Lee. So,
Did Jonah come along? Did he kind of come in for you in the end?
yeah. So he started with us at Sevens.
Yeah.
I saw him playing touch at Weymouth Rugby Club.
Yeah.
Big black fella, man. He could move too. I was like, holy heck, because I was quite fast.
Yeah.
And I thought, well, see how quick you are, young fella. Step. It's just jogging beside me. Dodge.
True.
Oh, shit. And I went up to him after the game and said, hey, bro, Rushy. Oh, hey, man. So you play sevens? Oh, no. I said, oh, you keen to have a crack? Oh, yeah. So we're going to Singapore in 3 weeks. You want to come? Sweet. That was pretty much the extent of his vocabulary back then.
Hey,
It's
so
just
what?
one word answers,
You
but-
kind of seen Jonah first, sort of thing.
Nah, heaps of guys had seen him.
Yeah.
But,
All right.
but like he was a schoolboy. He hadn't broken through on TV yet.
Yeah.
But I went out and took their Wesley team for sevens training,
Right.
and I saw him again. I said, mate, come with us. He was only 16, maybe 17, and we took him to Singapore.
Yeah.
He was just slaying. He was getting 5 tries a game, mate. As a
man.
16-year-old, 17-year-old. So we knew straight away, man, this kid's special. Right? And that's why we were pretty close, because he's South Auckland boy too.
Yeah.
And these fellas, you remember?
No.
You're a bit young, eh?
Yeah, I was way too young.
So he used to come to my East Tamaki trainings with my older boys,
Yeah.
and they'd turn up to training, and all the kids at the club were like, oh, what? Jonah. And my older boys are like, oh, yeah. But that's really, yeah. They didn't think it was anything special because he was around home all the time, you know? Yeah.
His dad's mate, eh?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, no, he's at home all the time there, fella. Who is he?
What a legend, eh?
Yeah.
Rest in peace, the ledge, man.
Yeah.
Jonah. Speaking of 15s and 7s, you've obviously got one boy playing for NZ Sevens, Brady. I wish he was here, actually. I would have bought another headset and mic if he was around. But he's gallivanting around the world like usual. But obviously Rob went down the 15s route. What for you? I know for you, you obviously had that good Tunny season, and then you had a couple super offers from a couple different teams on the table.
It was just.
Was there 2?
Nah, yeah, Blues and Highlanders.
Yeah. How did you come to your decision? Did you have much to do with it, Eric, or was it obviously your dad's always gonna?
Yeah. It was a hard one.
I bet, yeah.
But it's funny because the major thing that pulled me towards the Blues was 2 things. Or just to be loyal, because I remember Tony Hanksy.
Yeah.
That fella, he pretty much looked after me when he saw me first at under 16s.
Yeah.
And then from then to where I am now, he looked after me. And then the other part was Mid Northern.
Come back and play club.
Come
if
back
you're
and
not-
play club, literally. Right, as soon as I didn't get named, I went up to the forwards coach, TC. I was like, TC, can I go up north and go play club? And he's like, oh, not this week, next week. TC, can I go play club? And he's like, oh, not this week. And then TC can't, and he's like, just go. Yeah, sweet.
Oh, bro. That's you, eh? That's why we love you, Goat. You know. Yeah, someone actually said to me that's one of the reasons you signed with the Blues there. I was cracking up.
Yeah.
But I wasn't surprised at all. I was like, this is just how the Goat rolls, eh?
Oh, man, show a bit of loyalty to my boys.
Yeah. What was
He
your
had the
thoughts
chance to
behind
go
it?
he had the chance to go to New York the season prior.
Ah, yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Go play in New York. Marty Veal was the coach,
Yeah,
actually.
Marty, yeah.
But Rick Salito was a good mate of mine. He was saying, what's Rob doing? And they, what was it, like 30 grand or something?
Yeah,
What's the MLR money anyway?
Yeah.
It's not huge money, but
equivalent to a Mitre 10,
Yeah.
Mitre 10 contract if you would come
And he
back
was
over.
21.
Yeah.
You were 21 then, and they wanted him to go over. When he said to me, "What do you reckon, Dad?" I said, "Mate, you're 21, you're single, you're going to be paid to play rugby and travel all over America. What the hell are you still doing here, man? Why the hell are you still here?" And he, it was us. No, we haven't won a club championship yet. I'm staying till we win.
That pulls on the heartstrings.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
That's why he stayed, mate. So,
All the birds in the world, couldn't make up for a Mid-Northern
Nah,
championship.
man. No way.
Oh, if you win a Mid-Northern, if you win the championship, the birds come with that as well.
Yeah. I love that club too much, and
I haven't seen too many birds. I've seen Kalani going and Jordan Lavavasaw sleeping in his bed. Not too many birds.
it's just that goes back to the Sam Knock, but you and him, top and tail, bro.
There's a bit of a culture of it around here.
That's how you build culture, top and tail.
That's it, bro. We're a tight 9-10 combo. They wouldn't even realise we're sleeping in the same bed at night. Socks pillow talk too. Man, he was funny, bro. Great times looking back, man. But obviously having braids in the sevens, that must be pretty wicked for you, following your footsteps, eh?
Yeah, and we went up to his first game up in Singapore. It was cool because Tim Mickelson's number 2, and I'd worn number 2 I was in the team for 17 years, and I wore number 2 the whole time. And then Timmy was the new boy when I retired. Yeah. So they made him wear it because no one wanted to wear 2. And then no one else has worn 2 since he's been there for about the same amount of time, 16, 17 years. And then he got hurt, and then they have a thing at the beginning of the year now about what number you want. And Timmy said, "No, I'm not playing." So 2's up for grabs. And the next senior guy was Sione Molia. And they said, no, you have your dad's number. So he got number 2. Wow. Yeah, so that was cool to see because they have the name on the jersey now. It was pretty mean.
You're not going to see me get 11 soon. You're not going to see me get 11. No way.
Yeah, because I took these 2 with me to Hong Kong one year.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that was pretty mean, eh?
Yeah, that
we
was
got
mean.
to meet all Habana and Serevi and all those boys. Yeah.
That was mean.
Little did we know that Brady was going to play there a few years later. So.
Wicked. Right, it's crazy. I was talking to a few boys. It's crazy how much stuff you've done in your life, bro. I don't know how you've done what you've done. Like, just one of the things, like getting the law degree on its own, that's a huge achievement. Man, You've done so much, and you got. How many kids? Five years, eh?
Yes,
5 of us.
How did you manage to get the time to do it? You obviously
the
got a
real
great.
goat
You've
comes
obviously
into
got a great
conversation.
woman, eh?
The
You got a
real
great
goat.
woman.
The real goat.
The
She
real
is
goat
a-
comes into conversation now.
Bro,
She
it's
had
just
5
crazy.
kids to look after and 6 when I was home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bro, it's just crazy what you've done.
Yeah, but you can't do it without, and you'll know.
Yeah.
But you're a young fella now.
100%.
When you're there, you have to be 100 in it,
Yeah.
And for us at the sevens, I think my last year in sevens we were away 180 days. And we had 5 kids then, and then Titch wanted me to coach after him, and I went for a little bit, and I thought, man, do I still want to do this? Because I was missing a lot of stuff at home. I was seeing a lot of stuff too, but I was missing a lot because we weren't like they are now. They all live down the mount now. We could go home and then go back to assemblies. But 180 days my last year. But that was a Commonwealth Games year. And then, Titch's marriage broke up, and I thought, oh
really?
And they were tight. They were real strong, and it was just the time away, mate. And that's what I thought. Nah, it's not worth it, So, yeah. Then I, got into put my head down. Right, what am I going to do now? So,
Bro, was your transition easy, or you struggle?
hard, man.
Yeah.
Real hard. And a lot of people talk about the concussions and all that stuff. I reckon it's just depression, mate. Because a lot of the guys can't handle it. And it was hard for me. One day you're up on the pedestal And the next day, nothing, mate. Like I was in the team, and because Titch was good with me. We had a bit of a rough patch there at the last Commonwealth Games I went to because they started doing gym, and I've never been to a gym in my life, mate.
Yeah.
And it's no rush. You got to do it, man. You got to do it. Jim was the fellow who played on the wing, mate. You know, when I played, that was the only Jim I knew. You know, and I said, nah, Titch, I'm 37, mate. Waste of time me going to the gym now. But so we were at loggerheads during that whole campaign, but he had to pick me because I made sure I was fit. I made sure I was playing well. And he wouldn't, because he always used to talk to me about selections, and he never said a word to me the whole build-up to Manchester Commonwealth Games.
Sure.
And then we had the final trial, and I was smoking guys. And Mutts played up at training, and I smacked them and all that sort of stuff. And then he rings me on the bus. We were driving back to Auckland. He goes, how'd you go today? I said, I was the best forward out there. He goes, yeah, you were, you bastard. What about this one? What about that one? And I said, just before you go on, Titch, we're stopping at the pub because the boys have just earned a beer. And he goes, no. It's too late, mate. I've already made the call. So I'm already in trouble. I don't care. We'll talk about it later.
Wow,
So
only
we
a man
stopped-
of your stature can talk
Yeah,
to Titch
yeah,
like
yeah.
that, eh?
That's a
There's
spring
levels to
pulling.
it.
But then after that, he was good because he came up and said, look, I'm never going to drop you. But I want you to tell me when you can't do it. It was quite a cunning thing, man, because he knew I was too proud to, you know. I wasn't one of those guys. And I'm kind of glad he made me do every test, because now when I look back, I knew I didn't get any free rides. I earned my spot every time.
Hard out.
So that particular year, we were just about to go to Wellington, and I used to get 50 tickets for all the rallies. 50 tickets up for all the rallies up here. And then I pulled a calf, and I said to Titch, no, that's it, man. All gone. I can get through the tournaments, but your trainings I can't get through.
Yeah.
So I'm retiring. And he says, all good. So they
Finally got ya.
Yeah, they named the team, and I wasn't in it.
Yeah.
And then I wasn't able to get my 50 tickets that I'd ordered.
Ah.
That's how it went, man, from
That's
being the man, the captain. And the lady said to me on the phone, she said, oh, no, Wellington's just so popular now, we can't afford the tickets. I said, who the fuck do you think helped make it popular?
Hard out, bro.
Well, I was here when this thing started, mate. She goes, oh, no, that's just how it is.
And they never gave you the tickets.
No, I just rang Titch. I said, bro, they're not giving me Oh, he hit the roof, mate. But
Did you get them in the end?
I got them in the end, but
gonna say.
through him.
Oh, really?
I didn't get them through myself.
Shows how much of a business it all is, eh? In the end.
Yeah, bro. And that
Ruthless,
was
bro.
hard, going from there down to there.
Yeah.
You know, and I reckon some guys struggle with it.
Oh, hard
You
out.
look at those American guys, like we're here. Those American athletes, they put them on a pedestal there, mate.
Yeah.
And they get paid millions and millions. And when they're not getting that anymore, of course there's going to be issues. Of course there's going to be issues.
Did you go straight into the supermarket game? Tell us about the story, how you ended up owning your own New World.
I started. My old man's a painter, so I started buying up old houses in Otara.
Yeah.
Some of them are shocking, mate, real bad. But I'd fix them up. Me and my brother,
Yep.
Brew, the roof,
The real Rob Rush.
the real Rob
Well,
Ross.
fake roll brush, mate. You're far. We all know who the real roll brush is.
So we did that for a while, and then and I got into the supermarket game by another fluke, I guess. I went to I was doing public speaking as well. I just started talking.
Yeah.
And I got invited to the Foodstuffs conference, and I spoke about coaching all these fellas out in Otara. And the local Pack and Save and the local newer guys, they both came up and said, hey, man, if you ever need a hand with the team, man, just give us a yell, you know. And I said, oh, sweet. So I used to take them out of Auckland every year. So my older boys used to, I took them right through, and then when these fellas come, I took their team as well. And every year we'd go outside of Auckland, because all these kids in Otara, they think Otara is New Zealand, mate.
Yeah.
We'd never go anywhere, you know.
Yeah.
So I used to come up here quite a bit. But this particular year we went snowboarding. And we had, 23 players maybe? Wasn't a big team, eh?
Took a couple of young ones too.
Yeah. But we had 97 people wanted to come on the trip, because none of them had ever seen the snow.
Yeah.
And I had a fundraise for one bus. My mate, his name was Paul Stevenson, played with them at Otahu. It's the Stevenson's quarries.
Yeah.
But he passed away, but I knew the family well. We were just going to stay in their shearing quarters down at their farm in Taupo. And so the accommodation was all right, but 97 people all of a sudden. And so we had to get 2 buses. We had to get 2 40-seater buses to fit them all on and a couple of vans. And I didn't have enough money. So I said, right, went to the local pack and saver. His name was Vern Hayden. And Jason Whittier had the New World at the other end of town. Went and met them for lunch, and I told them, this is my problem, man. I've only got enough money. So they paid for both the buses, and they gave us all the kai for 5 days. I was like, wow, man, I can't repay that, man. It's just too generous. And Vern said, oh, no, you'll pay me back, mate. You're working in my produce department for nothing for a week. And I said, sweet ass, bro, sweet ass. So I was just chopping lettuce, cauliflower, cabbage, pallets of it, mate.
Yeah.
5 in the morning till 3 in the afternoon, all day. By the end of the week, they let me put the little red tape on the celery. You know, you ripped the celery. That was a promotion. On the trolleys, sweeping the floors. And then Friday afternoon, they called me up to the training room, and all the managers were there having the feed. So I had a feed, and then the boss says, okay, pay up. And everybody started putting $10 on the table. And I thought, I haven't got any money, mate. I didn't realise we had to pay for lunch. I said, boss, I haven't got any. He said, oh, no. All these people bet you wouldn't be here by Friday. I said, really? He goes, yeah, mate, we do this quite often. Not many last till Friday.
Sure, yeah.
I said, well, that was the deal. And that's when he said, look, we gave you all the shit jobs we could find, and you got a bit of a profile around here, and you didn't mind. That's the kind of people we're looking for. We don't want millionaires. We don't want brain boxes.
Yeah.
We just want people who are willing to get on the floor and do the work, you know. You got to have a bit of brains. Same thing. He said to me, 6 weeks, mate. Give it 6 weeks.
Yeah.
If at the end of it you don't like it, walk away. At the end of it, I think you're not good enough, I'll tell you, walk away. And at the end of 6 weeks, he said, I reckon you should go for it, bro.
Yeah.
So I did, yeah.
So what's the progression? You just started on the lower end, and then you start just going into...
Yeah, I worked in
what's
Chill
next?
Foods.
Yeah.
Todd Leatham was the grocery buyer.
Yeah.
He owns Pack and Save Whangarei now.
Yeah.
So he moved off to New World to do his training at New World. So the Chilled Foods buyer went to grocery, and the boss come to me and said, mate, I need a Chilled Foods manager, bro. You're it.
Yeah.
So I got chucked in front of the head of this department, made 50 grand a day turnover. He says, I don't like losing money, mate. Oh, shit. I ran out of chocolate yogurt on my first day. I didn't realise they eat so much of it down there.
Love their chocolate yogurt, eh?
Yeah. So a few things, again, good luck happened.
Yeah.
I'll tell you quickly the story. The chocolate yogurt, after I running out on the first day, the boss came down. He says, oh, well, you won't make that mistake again, will you? I said, no. So I used to have 2 pellets, mate. And then they turned up one day, and they were passion fruit. And passion fruit doesn't sell anywhere near as quick. It's going to go out of date before you sell it.
Yeah.
I said, nah, take it back, man. We can't. And the girl who was the rep, Joe from Fonterra, she said, oh, please take it. I said, mate, it's going to go out of date. We can't sell it. She said, oh, now I'm going to have to pay someone to pick it up because we can't take it back. And then they're going to have to dump it because we can't guarantee it stayed in the cold chain. So you got to pay 2 people to do that. She goes, yes. I said, why don't you pay me to do it? She said, what do you mean? Well, you drop your price right down and I'll get rid of it for you. She goes, okay then. She said, gave it to me for 99 cents. I sold it for $1.50. We got rid of 2 pallets in one day. I said, how much more of that stuff you got? She goes, we have heaps. Send it all here, man. So, and my profits went like that. My sales went like that. And the boss said, yeah, you're onto it, bro. You're onto it. That's how I got into the supermarket game, mate. Yeah.
Nice one. What's the main thing you usually run out of stock for now? Liquor probably up here, eh?
No, liquor's not too bad. It just depends on
The holidays.
yeah. It's the suppliers that are the big problem now.
Ah, right.
You know,
Of
it's
course.
like when land legs are on special. Like last year we got 2 pallets when land legs was on special, and we ran out. And then man, the customers were like, "Argh." So this year we've got 3 pallets coming.
Ice machine. Yeah, you had to get the ice machine.
Yeah, got the ice machine so we can make our own ice.
Yeah.
But Christmas time we just can't keep up. so we have to order pallets of ice, and
Man,
it's good fun. It's good
yeah.
fun, grocery game, but she's a bit hard at times, but
As everything is at times.
mm.
In regards to you, go, what's the having a obviously the Rush last name. I've always wondered, like, does that kind of come with pressure, or is that thing obviously get a lot of pedigree from your old man? But what the for you and Brady and your siblings, is it pressure being a Rush, or is it because I know a few lads that have had fathers like Mikey Little and stuff, Walter's his dad, and do you feel pressure to like try to live up to something, or is it's something you thrive off more or less?
No, not really. I've kind of gotten used to it, and like all the commentators and all the cameras always point on Dad during our games, but and like they all see him as this high being, but I always go back to fuck. I've seen this fella walk around the house naked, so I don't really see him as that bloody God stature, man.
Yeah.
Every time he walks around the house, this is my house, boy. Remember that? And starts doling down the hallways naked. Oh, that's sweet. And then all the manas out in Waipu, they always come up to me and they're like, "Oh, your father, he's so loved. He's so loved." And fuck, I just keep getting flashbacks of this fella just fucking tuning me and Brady up, fucking sitting on the couch. This fella will eat a whole pack of corneto trumpets for dinner. And then
There's only 4 in the box.
come on, mate. Come on.
only 4 in the box.
That's 4 more than anyone in the house. I remember one time. Remember JT? We got one of the boys, the club
JT.
boys. JT stays with us. And I remember he ate the choc thins. He ate a pack of choc thins, and then Dad come in, and then he was like looking. Who the bloody hell ate my choc thins? And JT walks around the corner and says, "Gee, don't knock me into your dad, please. Don't knock me in about those choc thins." Like, oh, bro, no, you're safe, bro, because I just ate this pack of Matterpuffs. They were sweet.
Tedepai is trained, mate. He knows to leave 3 or 2 or 3 in the packet. So I'm happy with that.
Tedepai's a veteran around your place.
Tedepai knows the rules, bro.
Oh, mate. They find out quick. They find out quick.
Oh yeah, that puts a good answer to that then. Fair play. So
I remember when they asked Brady that question.
Yeah.
About how, your old man was, a bit of a player, and Brady said, well, we actually watched him play a game about 3 weeks ago and he was shit, to be honest. Mate, we can't remember any of that good stuff. All I remember, he was pretty shit.
Mate, 10 minutes you're on the not even that, you're on for 2 minutes and you're starting scraps. Come
Where
on,
was
cuz. Labour weekend. Oh no, Labour weekend, Sevens, remember, up north?
That match fit program he was
Oh,
talking
that
about,
match fit. Oh, yeah,
It was
you were
horrible.
pretty shocking.
It was
Tell me
horrible.
about that, because they do your like metabolic age or something.
Yeah.
I
I dropped about 10 years. I was 30 years old again.
Yeah. What's the key? Not drinking piss or?
My diet, he's not lying when my sweet tooth
Straight
was
up.
shocking, mate.
Yeah.
Bad. But I always try and do stuff too.
Yeah.
Train
Yeah.
hard.
I'll hit the bag once a week or run at least once a week or jump on the bike now. Running's getting too hard now. You fellas will get there one day. You'll
I've seen you on the
understand.
wing training a few times this year. You still got alright, Rushy.
The boys were saying it too at training for Sevens on Thursday. Dad was into the full training, and he was actually beating all the 20 to 30-year-olds. And how old are you now? 59.
Yeah, what are you sitting at 59 now, Rushy?
Yeah. But I know all the shortcuts too. So.
Yeah.
Veteran, wise dog, man.
Yeah. Those boys do a lot of running. That's unnecessary.
Yeah.
Let's put it that way.
A couple of the lads in the match today, they've gone fucking it looks like a few of them probably have not worked out heaps since they finished up, and it's quite like when you have a look at it, you're like, far out, man. It's the lads are after footy finishes and stuff, It's like I've always thought to myself, I was like, will I keep training and stuff like after I finish footy? I think I will.
Yeah,
but, some guys probably don't, and that's probably part of the transition as well, Like,
see, I'm 10 kg heavier than my playing weight.
Yeah.
And I reckon I should only be 5 kg heavier because I
you're
was
looking
running
pretty
around
sloppy.
at 93, I was running at 93, but there wasn't any fat on it. You know, we trained hard. So I'm 103 now,
Yeah.
which is shocking. But the match fit was good because, again, it addressed, and a lot of that stuff was mental, mate.
Yeah.
Like that a lot of the guys couldn't handle the stepping back out of the limelight. I really believe that. But you gotta, we're sort of animals of habit. You gotta find something to put your energy into.
Yeah.
And if you do that, you'll be sweet after football.
Yeah. You gotta
If
have
you've got
passion,
nothing to
eh?
do, that's when you're gonna have, so you gotta find something that's gonna light your fire and get you out of bed in the morning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know for you, now Rob, for a young fella, what I've noticed from you is you've got the ability to call out the older boys and the tunnies and stuff, and I can kind of see it where you get it from with your old man and stuff. But like, where do you reckon that all comes from? Like, I can see your passion for the tunnies. Like, it's even brought you to tears sometimes.
Yeah.
In a pre-match speech, you come up with some pearl of pre-match speeches too. But did you do them at home the night before or what?
Oh, a couple of them I was thinking about before. Like when JL told me, "Oh, you're gonna skip this game," I was like, "Holy shit!" I was kind of scared. I watched a couple movies, and then I remember my
Oh, you're movie inspired.
movie inspired. Like a couple of them come from the Kingdom of Heaven. Like with I don't know what his name is, but that one of them came from that. And one of my uncles, Uncle Naru,
Naru.
just a real passionate fella for our marae up north. And every late weekend he'll get up and he'll gee the boys up, and you just look around the circle and fuck, half the team's either crying or they're just they're
Bro, I
seeing
nearly got
red.
my head straight through the wall.
Yeah.
I was ready to go to war, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got a gift for it, goat, and keep it up, bro. In regards to what do you want to get to in footy, bro? Is the ABs? Is that that's what you're looking at? Is that the pinnacle you want to get to? Or
Nah, no way. I was talking to Dad on the way here. Oh, yeah, if it comes, but I was talking to Dad on the way here. I reckon the best way to play rugby is just have as much fun as you possibly can while you're doing it. Like, Dad's already taught me and Brady how to stick in it and train hard, but like as soon as you start losing the fun side of it, it just starts becoming a chore more than the thing that you want to go do.
have you felt at some stage you lost the fun side of it?
Oh, definitely. Like when I was in Auckland, especially before I come up north, I was in Auckland. There was among other things that was happening, but like waking up at 4:30, going to gym for rugby, then I have to go to work, go to training after work, and then get home at like 9 and then try to cook a dinner.
That was that academy stuff.
That was academy stuff.
Yeah.
And when that happened, I was like, oh fuck, I don't even know why I do this. This ain't fun.
Yeah.
Like I'm missing out on all the good stuff that,
Yeah.
like that a rugby thing should have. But then as soon as I come up north, and then as soon as I met all the boys like that I at my northern, they put it back into me, I reckon.
Yeah.
They brought back the fire of, fuck, you can still have fun and still achieve a few things. And fuck, that's why I kind of owe a lot to that club, is because they brought the fire back, and so far, fuck, I'm going pretty good. So
Hard out, bro.
yeah.
I think every rugby player, the pinnacle is the Blacks, ABs. But I never ever told anyone that was what my goal was. But it was always sitting back there, you know.
It's always there, eh?
Everyone's had that dream. I imagine. Bet you pictured yourself kicking the winning goal in the All Black Test, you know.
Yeah, for sure, bro. Yeah.
All kids do it.
Yeah.
But my dad said when I was growing up, because I used to, like I said, I missed out on all the rep teams. And he says, don't worry about it, man. You just enjoy every level you get to. Because if you keep putting the enjoyment off, you're never going to have fun. You've never enjoyed it.
Yeah.
You know? Because there's only 15 jobs at the top. Not everyone's going to get one. But if you've enjoyed every level you get to, when you do get there, you've had a good time. You know?
I reckon that's why the tunnies was so good too. Like before my time became a sound, we were having too much socialness, but I reckon now, like in the last couple of years, I think we found a good balance of working hard and actually enjoying it now. And I reckon we're starting to pay dividends. Obviously,
a
this year
good
wasn't the
balance.
greatest.
That bass in my garage at 3 o'clock in the morning wasn't a very good balance.
That's culture building, eh,
Yeah.
Hawks? You gotta do it. You gotta do it. Now, every my
Turn the
team's
bass
looking.
down. I'm gonna get a hair right up the top of the hill, mate. Right.
Hey, you know what I
He
mean.
has a good booming stereo in your garage there, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know what you mean, bro. Definitely, and over the years I've been there, there's been times when that social side's probably got a bit too much, but I think we've definitely found that right spot now, and it's good, bro. Like to have guys like you, a younger guy, come through and be able to call out like myself or Ranger or whoever. You got no qualms about calling any of us out, and yeah, I love that because there's not many guys that can do that, bro. And you might be one of the first of the younger guys that have really done that. And now look, you're one of the fearless leaders. One of my favourite yarns about you, Goat, was when we were at training one time, the starters versus the kaitiaki, the reserve sort of thing. And, you thought you held the standards that high that you thought one of the reserves wasn't tackling properly, and you're on the starting team. And you told him to take his bib off, and you jumped in the reserves to up the D in the reserves.
Yeah.
Bro, I've never seen someone who's in the starting team want to jump into the reserves just because the standards weren't high enough. And so no, bro, you'll be a leader. You'll be a madman and a leader around the tunnies for a long time. And yeah, bro, it's good to see, and it's not just you. There's a few other boys coming through now.
Yeah,
And it's
I
good to
think
see
there's
the
a
Jersey
good
be in
group there
hands.
now, eh?
Hard
At
out.
the moment.
Yeah,
It's
bro.
like, you guys are so lucky because I grew up wanting to play for North Auckland.
Yeah, tell me
man.
about
It
that.
was
It never came along in the end.
No, it never came. Because whenever the touring teams came to New Zealand, their first game was always against North Auckland up here.
Yeah.
Okara Park, man, we used to come down on a bus from Cairo, 3-hour trip down, 5 hours going home when you stop at all the pubs all the way home.
Yeah.
But it was a huge day out for us, huge day out, because Whangarei was the big city for us, and coming down here, Sid Goey, Joe Morgan, Hamish McDonald, Peter Sloan, Hurricane Haynes. I was a Lucy, so Mike Burgoyne, Tuck Waka, Was Phillips, Neil Ruddle. Well, I can still name that starting 15, mate. They were all my heroes, mate.
Yeah.
I was just after Ken and Brian going. I started coming down to the games just after them. But Sid was still playing.
Oh, true. You played with Sid.
No, just watch it
yeah,
banging
yeah.
on the fence at halfway at Okara Park, and that was my sole goal in life, was to play for North Auckland, man. But I never got there, eh?
Very crazy,
Yeah.
all the shit you've done in your life, and you never got
Yeah,
a chance
yeah.
to. But at least
That's the one
your
regret,
boys
eh?
are in there, eh?
Now that I look back, I should have sacrificed the season at Harbour to come home, But our family, we were living down there,
best,
and
yeah.
because you had to work still then, it wasn't professional, So
Yeah.
still had to get across, and the jobs weren't up here.
What stage did it turn professional for you again?
It was 95 World Cup, but turned professional.
So how many years you'd been? How many years did
So
you
my
get
first
professionally?
my first game for Auckland was '83.
Oh, true.
It was a Rainfair Shield game. They I think they had an All Black test on the same weekend. So Alan Wetton, Mike Jones, Sidney Brook had to play ABs. Auckland had no Lucy's. And remember, I got picked to play in the Shield game. So that was my first game. It was '83, I think it was.
And professionalism came in '95.
95 World Cup. Yeah.
So
We're at the World Cup, and Richie Guy was the president of Rugby Union then. Come in the team room. We just lost the World Cup final. Everyone's pretty down. And Richie said, I've got some good news, boys. Rugby's professional next year. You're all going to get paid 30 grand each. Yeah! Man, the boys were stoked.
that'd be a trip, man. You'd be stoked.
30 grand. And then later in the day, this other outfit come to the hotel. They said, we'll pay you 800,000 US a year.
800,000 US.
800,000 US. That was the WRC.
True.
And we thought, holy heck. And, so that was when that war started. And it was quite funny because the New Zealand waffle went from 30 grand to 400 grand overnight. So the money was there. And the only reason I thought that the rugby union deal wasn't the one I wanted was because Rupert Murdoch was funding the rugby, the new rugby, the 300 or 400 grand now, where the first offer was 30 grand, and then he was also bankrolling the Super League. Every back in the All Black squad at the World Cup got offered 500k to play rugby league.
Yeah, so you got offered. I was going to ask
Everyone,
that next.
everyone.
Sure.
Jonah was
Every
on
single back.
Jonah was on another level again.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it was maybe 400.
You tempted?
Nah. Because I had a few offers to go to league, but Graham Lowe was cool, man. He said, boy, and Frank was the same, because Frank went over and had a look. I didn't go over, but Lowe said to me, if you're going to come for the money, don't come, because you'll never make it. And when I sat down and have a hard thought about it, I thought, it's the only reason I'd go. I'm travelling the world playing rugby, travelling the world, seeing all these different places. Why would I, I can't do that in league. I'll be playing in Sydney every weekend, getting smashed, So that's why I didn't go, because the money wasn't a thing, driver for me. But every back got offered 30k to stay in rugby or 400k to go to league. So where's that guy's priorities?
Yeah.
What sport does he?
How many? Quite a few went, eh?
I think John Timmy went over. Oh, that might have even been before that World Cup. Not many went, because the WRC was happening, you see.
True.
So we ended up getting 400k each or 300k, whatever it was, to pay for the All Blacks. Of course we're going to stay,
Yeah.
But it was interesting times. It was terrible, mate.
Yeah, bro.
Because there's no way any of us were going to walk away from All Black jersey.
Yeah.
But they needed to know, hey, these guys they're offering that, and you guys are offering 30 grand. Come on, man. So it was real ugly there, and that's when
ugly,
rugby kind of died a little deaf right then.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't about the pure game anymore. The money had come in. Straight away there was drama straight away, man.
Always is, and there's some cash involved there.
Yeah. So
I know you when you come in to the Tunnies as assistant coach this year, you're pretty blown away of how far the game's kind of come in regards to analysing the opposition and all those little things. A bit of a shock, eh?
Yeah, real shock. Because I've been coaching with Northern for how long now? 3-4 years.
3.
Yeah, and we've done all right, So
Yeah.
But then coming into that, it's like, holy heck. And it says, that thing we did that move at training, and Dobby's like, what part of it? And he goes, which angle do you want to see? I said, what do you mean, which angle? Poof, I've come to these 5 different pictures. Holy shit. It's like, holy heck. And then he was showing all the plays that Auckland had used last year, and I was like, far up, man, I'm way behind.
A few weeks, I had to debrief him on everything. There was a few rugby talks going on for the first couple of weeks before the season started.
Fair play, bro, if you've been, from your era to jumping in at this time.
And we come in cold, man. JL was the same. We came in cold.
Yeah.
But I think a few of the, and this is just my opinion, but I think a few of the senior guys need to dumb it down a bit.
Yeah.
Because I know in some of the meetings we're talking about this, that. Everybody got that? Yep, sweet. So
It's finding that level, eh?
yeah, we needed to, and I know it's their job to learn, but I think the communication can be
It's all different.
dial it back a bit just for those boys,
Yeah.
and then you're going to get more out of them,
Yeah,
So,
bro. You can get pretty deep into the
yeah,
game nowadays.
yeah. But by the end of it, it was good. I really enjoyed it, man.
Yeah.
Shit, I enjoyed it. But it was hard to work and think you're going to do that properly.
You reckon you'll come back next year, or there's too much going on?
No, probably not.
Stick to bashing dudes
yeah.
in the supermarket car park. Someone's got to sort those two.
Mate. Hopefully I don't have to.
Well, man, to be honest, bro, it's gonna be hard to get through everything you fellas have done in your life today, and but I appreciate you boys coming on, man. It's been some good yarns, and I've been looking forward to this. My love for you two fellas goes deep, bro. So I know you fellas could have been anywhere on the Sunday Arvo. Eric could have been getting paid probably 300 grand for this yarn, but he's come here for free. So
Could have been fixing a leak.
yeah, you find that, Luke?
Nah, man. Mystery of the Rush household.
Yeah.
You're just gonna leave it at that.
Yeah,
Bit of a
But we
leak
go
in the
away
roof.
for the weekend. So Brady's overseas playing rugby, so me and his mother had to paint his house. So we go down there, we come home and he's flooded the house out, mate.
I haven't flooded the house.
Holy
Mate, I
heck.
cleaned it up.
Have you told Brady yet?
You did a
I'll get on
real
the
good
blower
job on
after
the
this and
cleaning.
make
actually.
sure Brady knows.
Yeah. Stuff that fella, bro.
I appreciate you lads coming on, man. Legends as always, and all the best for the super season coming up. Go, hopefully some more time, and no doubt just start getting your feet in Super Rugby. And we all know it's just pre-season for Tunnies anyway, but
Of course, man. Of
have a
course.
good pre-season. You'll be firing for Tunnies. But
Yeah.
thank you both for coming on, lads, and thanks for everyone for listening. Beauty.